Hello, hello. We are on day 2 of our 7 days of EFT tapping challenge. Yesterday, we covered the most important aspect of our wheel of life, which is health, right? And I'm sure those who tapped would have felt a significant difference in terms of their mental energy and physical energy. If you have yet not done it, I would really recommend that you go on to video number 1, health, and please tap on that and then move on to the second video. All right, so today the second aspect of our wheel of life is something that we are going to discuss on, right, and tap on, of course, and that is wealth. Okay, health, wealth. So wealth is often confused with career. No, I would like to clarify that even before I start tapping, that wealth is different from the career choice that you have. It may be that you are into a career, let's say into a job or in a business or in freelancing, whatever that may be, whatever mode of earning money you have chosen for yourself is what we call your career. For example, you may be in sales, marketing, in audit, in into into any industry, basically IT industry, development. You may be into let's say uh, training and development. You may be into HR. If it comes to business, you may be having any business when it comes to either selling products or services. It may be that you're a freelancer, you provide your services to people out there, to companies, to individuals. Irrespective of whatever your profession is, whatever career choice you've made, I mean, that is something that we call your career. Okay. Now, how is that different from wealth? Though your career is the stepping stone towards building wealth, but wealth is something very different. Career is different. Okay. Career is a topic that we are going to tap on another day. Okay. Yeah, in one of these 7 days. But today, I want to let you know what is wealth. When you are working in your business, job, freelancing, whatever you're doing in your career, and you're accumulating money in terms of your savings and investments, which I'm so sorry to tell you, a lot of people fail to do. When you're accumulating money for yourself, in the form of your savings or investments, that is what we call wealth. Okay. And that is what I'm referring to wealth. And especially when it comes to middle class people, they often do not have a habit of creating wealth for themselves. Okay. They do not have a habit of saving or investing, or both. Or basically, maybe they are just saving but not investing, or only investing but not saving, or doing neither of the two. A lot of people make this mistake. And what then happens is they always and always and always struggle when it comes to money, right? I hope you're not making that mistake, but if you are, today's tapping is going to help you understand and realize the importance of building wealth for yourself, because that's a crucial thing that you need to start doing at whatever junction of your life you are at present. Okay. I also see a lot of people getting confused as to how do we really go about creating wealth when we barely make enough money to make our ends meet. Many people, since working in EFT and in money domain since so many years, there's one thing I hear over and over again, which is like, Sonal, whenever my salary comes, it gets over as soon as it comes into the EMIs and loans that I have, into multiple debts that I am into. Right? Again, that's a pattern that you have incorporated in your life. Nobody asked you to be in debts. Nobody really wanted you to be in debts. Yes, there can be situations like which you cannot avoid. For example, disease in your family, or health issues, or basically for very urgent matters, you had to take loan. That's something that's of course unavoidable. But if you are in a habit of purchasing anything and everything on EMI, using your credit card over and over again, and just into a habit of spending more than you earn, then that is a guarantee that you're never going to be able to save and invest. And leave alone save and invest, not even able to meet your day-to-day expenses, and you're going to constantly struggle, right? So it becomes very important for you to understand that you may be the best in your career. You may be making, let's say, 30 lakh, 40 lakh annually. But if you are not building wealth, if you're only spending and spending and spending, and you are still under a lot of debt, then it does not matter whether you're making 10,000 a month or 10 lakh a month, because all of it is eventually going into spending and probably into unnecessary expenditure. But you're not building emergency funds for yourself. You're not investing and growing your money, right? And you need to understand that's an important aspect of money that you need to understand. All right. So, on this note, I would love for you to bring that issue into your consciousness at this moment. What issue? If you are someone who has not been into a habit of regularly saving and investing money, and that is the reason that whenever there comes an emergency, or whenever you feel that I need a little bit of money, even for let's say buying some, let's say some month you want to buy a TV for your house, but you don't have any saving that you could have used there. Or let's say you want to gift your family member something, but all of your money is going in EMI, so you're never able to do that. Or you want to give something to yourself, but you're not in a habit of saving, so you're not able to buy things for your own self. So that is something, that's an issue that you struggle with every single day, that whenever you need money for some emergency expense or for your own self, you don't have it, right? So that's a big issue. And also rate the intensity of that feeling between a 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. That means if it's too huge, if you are in constantly debt EMI because you never had a habit of having a little money kept aside, right? Then that's an intensity 9, 10 or larger, right? Cool. So, on that note, once you have thought about the issue into your consciousness, brought it, and also rated the intensity of the feeling, we'll start tapping. Okay, I hope you did that, because unless and until you do not bring your issue to your mind, you're not going to be able to relate with the tapping that's going to happen. Okay, so that's an important step for you. Cool. So we'll start tapping from the Karate chop point. Okay. Even though I constantly struggle with money and I don't have my savings or investments building up, I still choose to love and honor and respect myself. Even though I have made a lot of money mistakes in the past, and because of that, I don't have any money left in my bank account today, I still choose to love and honor and respect myself. Even though I have not been in a habit of putting some money aside, maybe by lowering my expenses, I still choose to love, honor, and respect myself and be open to the possibility that I can build better habits now, and be open to the possibility that I can build better habits now. Okay, so let's start tapping from the eyebrow point. Up until today, I have not really respected money. I have been into a habit of spending carelessly and at times even on things that I don't need. Or maybe I have not focused on growing my money. I barely make enough that is able to suffice for my EMIs, my loans, and any money that I'm making today via my job or business is barely enough to pay back to these organizations, to banks, to people who have lended me money in the past. But I don't like this pattern that I have formed in my life, where I'm constantly struggling with money, where even if one of my family members would ask for help, I would not be able to help them. If, let's say, there's a need that comes in emergency, maybe some emergency in terms of health, I feel worried today that I'll not have money to take care of that, because I have not formed that habit of saving, investing, and putting some money aside for emergency funds. What if, God forbid, something happens to my job today? What if my salary doesn't come for 1 month? And I feel so helpless because I don't have any single penny in my bank account. That even if I'm not making salary for 1 month, my household can keep going on. I have been in this habit of living paycheck to paycheck. I have never thought about keeping some money aside so that I can start building some wealth, which I will use in terms of emergency, or which I will use when I don't have a source of income, maybe after my retirement, if I don't start building money today, who is going to take care of me when I don't have my job? Who is going to come and take care of me? Am I depending upon my children? What if they don't provide for me? Or what if they have their own responsibilities and they feel pressure when it comes to taking care of me in my old age? Though they would like to support me, but I should still have something of my own. I should still be building something that will take care of me in the old age, or let alone old age. Today, also, I have a lot of desires that I wish to fulfill, for which I need money. But I don't have that money for two reasons. Reason number one, that I did not start saving and investing a way back in my life. And second reason that I'm not having any money is that I'm still working on those obsolete ways of earning money, and I'm not focusing on learning new ways. I'm not focusing on learning what is it that I can be doing better so that I can create additional sources of income for myself. In today's age, when making money has become easier than it ever was, owing to the technology, the social media, the Wi Fi, phone, laptop, it has become so easy to capitalize upon money, upon my passion. But if I'm still losing those opportunities, then there's no one at fault except my own self. So there can be only two reasons that I'm struggling for money. One, I have been misusing it. Second, I have been not focusing upon growing that money, either via learning newer ways or by saving and investing a part of my money. So today, I want to break this pattern. Today, I want to break free of this pattern that I have formed, maybe unknowingly in my life, which has caused me constant struggles. So I decide to be open to the possibility of learning new things which will change the situation for myself. If I have not been saving and investing money up until today, I will start doing that from the next month itself as soon as my salary gets credited. There's one rule that I will incorporate in my life starting from the next or this month end itself when my salary will come. That is to pay myself first and then pay my expenses, because that's the only way in this world via which you can save and invest money. If you wait to first take care of your expenses and then save, there's no money that's ever going to be left, because whenever we will see money in our bank account, it will get spent. But if we will not have any money, if we will automate our savings and automate our expenses, then where will the money come for? Then we'll not be able to go for shopping. Then we'll not be able to go to the restaurants. Then we'll not be able to spend on Amazon. Then we'll not be able to do any shopping or spend on things that we don't even need at the moment. And that's the way via which we can save and invest. And then forget the money that I have saved. Not use it, at any impulse that you feel like buying something. So you break the RD, you break the FD, or you break the bond that you have bought. So there are many ways that I can save and invest. But I need to remember that it's crucial for me to start doing it immediately without any wait. Not wait for 2025, not take a new year resolution that I'll start doing it from 2025, because that's not how it's going to work. I will start working on saving and investing from the 30th June itself, when my next salary will get credited. And that is the only way I can save and invest. The second question that may come in my mind is that I barely make enough to be able to put aside some money. That is irrelevant. If you make 100 rupees, you put aside 10 rupees. If you make 10,000 rupees, you put aside 1,000 rupees. If you make 10 lakh rupees, you put aside 1 lakh rupee. It is irrelevant how much you make. You have to start with a percentage of the value that you make and automate it. Choose the way which is convenient for you, but start building that habit of saving and investing. You will become better at it at time. When you will get a salary increment, you can increase that value. But what's important today is to start with a small value. Irrespective of the value I start with, I will start. That's important. The most important part for me today is that I will start accumulating wealth, that I will start saving and investing a percentage of the money that I make. And I'll not wait for my expenses to be done, after which I will save and invest. No. The day my salary gets credited, even before I pay my rent, even before I go buy my groceries, even before I pay for the petrol or for whatever EMIs I have, home loan, car loan, whatever EMIs I have accumulated over a period of time, that always comes second. As soon as my salary will come, I will put a percentage of it aside in another bank account, or maybe in an RD or in an FD, or buy some digital gold, or buy some share, go into share market and buy some bonds. Whatever way of investing and saving I'm choosing, what's important is that I will put aside some money, pay myself first, and then whatever is the money left, I will struggle and pay my expenses with that. And if I feel that I'm unable to pay my expenses from all the money that I have left after I have saved, then I will not be tempted to take money from my savings. No, then it does not, then I will again break the habit of saving and investing, and I will then again struggle with money. If I'm not having enough money to pay my loans and EMIs, then what do? I need to look out to make additional sources of income. That's the only solution that I have, because I cannot cut down my expenses. I cannot stop eating food. I cannot stop going out. I cannot stop wearing clothes, right? Those are my basic expenses that I need to take care of. I cannot stop using phone. That's important. So when what can I, how much can I anyway reduce my expenses? I cannot reduce my expenses beyond a certain point. But I can increase my income because that is uncapped. Because there's no limit to how much money I can be making. There's a limit to how much expenses I can be reducing, but there's no limit to how much money I can be making. If my money today is not sufficient to take care of my basic expenses also, then I need to start looking out for additional sources of income, that I need to start looking out for newer ways of making money, because I don't want to struggle with money. So today I decide to myself that I'll do two things. Number one, that as soon as my next salary gets credited, and if I'm into a business, as soon as I get money from a client, a percentage of it will go into my another bank account where I'm going to save money, and I will not have any debit card. I will not have any internet banking activated on that bank account, so that I can't even get tempted to take out that money. If you know I'm that if I'm that spendthrift, I will have to be strict with myself. I will have to be strict so that I cannot touch my savings. Even I cannot touch my investments unless there's an emergency and I absolutely need it. Okay, so that's the first thing that I'm going to do starting the next month itself. And the second thing that I'm going to do, if I feel that the remaining amount of money left is not enough to take care of my expenses, I'm going to start looking out for additional ways of making money. I can either look out for a new job, I can basically upskill and look out for a new job. I can learn new skills and start my own business. I can learn new skills and apply as a freelancer for clients. Any way that I wish I can work on, that's in my interest area, I'm going to look out for newer ways of making money. I'm not going to struggle with money. No, I'm just done with it. Today I decide that I'm done with crying, cribbing, and struggling with money. That's it. Today is the last day that I'm struggling with money. From tomorrow, there's going to be a new day when I'll start looking out for newer ways. I will not use my mobile internet to scroll Instagram. Rather, I will use my mobile internet to go to Google and type what are the passive income ideas that I can build in 2024? What are some new ways of making money? I'll be completely immersed into learning new areas via which I can make money. And until I find that way that suits me best, I'm not going to stop looking. I'm not going to get discouraged. There may be many fake websites that will not give me right information. That's okay. I'll not, of course, invest in that. but I am going to keep looking, keep looking, keep looking until I find that right opportunity for myself that helps me make more money online. I'm just done with crying. I'm just done with living this mediocre life, living this struggling life, and every day is a struggle with money. No. I want to see my bank account growing. I want to see my wealthiness, actually getting accumulated in my bank account. And it makes me so happy already looking at all those zeros being added into my bank account. That day, when I will have 10,000, 20,000, maybe 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 5 lakh slowly, slowly accumulating into my bank account in the form of saving, in the form of another income opportunity that I seek for myself, I will feel proud of myself. I will feel happier that thank God I took that step. Thank God I started saving. Thank God I paid myself first. Otherwise, that money would have just gone away in expenses. Thank God I did it for myself. That day I'm going to thank God and thank myself that one day I had this realization that I better start saving, that I better start investing and growing my money. And I will have that sense of security deep within me that, wow, I did it. Wow, I have money accumulating into my bank account. That had not happened for so long. I was only spending, I was only paying into my expenses. I never thought like that. It was so easy. Why did I not do it earlier? If only I had started earlier, I would have had a better bank account today, but that's okay. The day I start is what matters. The day I start building wealth is what matters. So today I decide that I'm going to start accumulating wealth. Today I decide that I'm going to start building wealth. And actual wealth is growing my money every day. It's not about after 5 years or 10 years. I decide to start today because the sooner I start, the sooner I'll be at that place in my life where I'll have a good bank balance. And the compounding effect will increase my money even further. So today I decide to start accumulating real wealth. Today I decide to start accumulating real wealth. All right, on that note, you can now close your eyes and take a deep breath and relax and release. And whenever you're ready, just open your eyes slowly. And I really, really, really hope that you implement these two things that I've said to you today. Firstly, pay yourself first. Do not wait to pay your expenses and then come back to your savings. Secondly, please start looking out for an additional source of income to ease your financial pressure. I promise you're going to thank me later if you start doing these two things, right? On that note, this was about building wealth and basically accumulating wealth for your own self. I'll see you again tomorrow on day 3 of our 7 days of EFT tapping challenge with another crucial area within our wheel of life. Up until then, please take care and please keep practicing emotional freedom technique.